Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Oh my god, we literally just passed 200 subscribers. That is so amazing. Thank you so much. This video has been like afterwards, so I have a couple videos going out before I post this. But I promise, since we all know that I did that reaction video and that in-depth review of that new wedding stories pack that just came out, I'm going to be doing a build by Cass review as well, and we're gonna do like a whole depth of those. So one video will be Cass and then the other one will be the build by catalog, everything like that, and I'm super duper excited to know what everything looks like. It hasn't come out yet since I am recording this currently, but I am so stoked to see what it looks like. I heard that it got banned in Russia, so that is crazy. So if any of you haven't heard about that, Russia, they are not allowing that to kind of like go on. If you want to know more about it, I'll post a link in the description, basically showing the Sims community. He put on all those things for you to read about if you don't know what was going on, or if you are interested of reasoning as to why Russia didn't want the Sims 4 My Wedding Stories to be available there. You can just check out the description and have a look for yourself. But with all that out of the way, today we are going to be making a farmland sort of build. I had no idea what I wanted to build. Originally, I was gonna do like a tropical romantic getaway kind of thing, like a completely different vibe. I'm still gonna do that, don't worry. I know I did a 10-minute build challenge, kind of in the Oasis areas, I guess, like in Sulani. So it is kind of tropical in that sense, but it's definitely something that I want to take time with and have it make it look actually like really nice. That 10-minute build challenge did not do it justice, so if you do want to go check that out as well, I will have that in the description, or it will be at the end of the video with all of my different types of screenshots and stuff. So after that, because you know your girl always does the screenshots at the very end, and that will be at the very end for the outro. Also, I'm so happy and blessed to see that the Encanto video that I made is doing so well. I think right now that I'm looking at it, it is just passing over 11,000 views. What, are you kidding me? Thank you all so much. Everybody was so nice and supportive and sweet, and I'm really happy. Everyone has been so kind and thoughtful, and I love that you guys love that video, and I plan to do a lot more. I really want to do more Disney builds and more DreamWorks stuff maybe, and put that in the works as well. So if you want to go see that, I will also have that in the end of the video if you want to go take a look at that. I'm also thinking, speaking of DreamWorks, I'm also thinking of maybe doing a what's it called? Like, you know, on How to Train Your Dragon, like Burke. I might want to do that. I think that would be really cool. So if you want to see that and maybe see me try and do that, I mean, I don't know how well it will turn out, but if it doesn't go well, then obviously I'm not gonna post it. But if it is good, then you will see it. I don't know when I'm gonna try it, but if you never see it, that's why, because Jamie was like, nope, that ain't it. But I should probably start talking about the actual build itself. So basically, I am making like a ranch farm, and it has 2 or 3, I guess, different types of buildings. This first one that you see above where I'm working on currently, that is gonna be like the main home. I'm assuming like the main cottage. I used a lot of cottage living for this pack, so if you don't have the pack, I'm really sorry. I want to do a base game home soon, so that everyone can build it, and sorry, that everyone can download it, but but right now, if you don't have a lot of the cottage living, then you probably won't have a lot of this stuff, so I do apologize for that. And then the house to the right of it, which we'll see kind of me making it towards the end. Obviously I already made the box of it, but you know what I mean. That is gonna be like another house kind of, so you know, I'm thinking that maybe your sim has like a guest house, or if you know the Mr. and Mrs. or Mrs. and Mr. and Mr. have a kind of bit of a fallout, or they're having, you know, some rough goes and they're trying to be at each other's throats. One doesn't have to sleep on the couch, but one can go sleep in the spare house. Like, what? Oh my god. And if you have a roommate, you could probably like lock the door and have them chill out there. But I did put a chicken coop in the very back of that one to the right, and I think it's really cozy because you see at night I put down like all of like the little lights, and I think it looks super cute. Here you can see that I have the cow pasture there. I wanted to have like a little area, I at least wanted to have like some animal spots. I was having a really hard time trying to figure out where on earth am I gonna put a barn or a llama. I didn't get to put in the llama, so I'm really sorry. I'm sure you could probably find somewhere to do it, but I am definitely not. I definitely had no idea like where to put it, but I think it turned out really well anyway. I do have a place to farm, so you can put all of your crops down there. It will be at the bottom left, as you will see. I do like the way it turned out. I thought it was really fun. I used a quote-unquote barn thing from Debug, and I kind of made it like a home myself. You'll see in a second, but it doesn't look like a house at all, but it fit perfectly, so I was like, I'm gonna just keep it, maybe like a shed, maybe somewhere where you can stick like all of your like tractors or you know, pitchforks or something to kill the ogres with, whatever it is. I don't know what you'll have in your shed, but they have just a bunch of junk in there, I'm assuming. I feel like this build really hits home for me because I do have a family full of like farmers on my father's side, so I think it is kind of funny for me to do this. It kind of it kind of pays like an homage to my family, so I think it's kind of fun. I really do like the way it turned out. I have a little seating area, and I wanted to put a bunch of rocks in between everything. I didn't realize that when you go into game mode that the part where that main house is on the hill, I didn't realize that it had dirt instead of the rocks that are shown right now, so that was kind of annoying, and it was so like on a 90-degree angle that I couldn't actually put the rocks like on top of each other without it looking weird, so it kind of just has to stay like that. If that really annoys you, girl, you could put like a bunch of like trees to hide the mess or something. I might put a tree maybe there somewhere at the end where I have all the screenshots. I want to try a new shader as well for your game, because you know how like people take really pretty like screenshots of all their builds and it just looks really nice, and they use like shaders from like really creative and like talented creators, and I don't know how to do that. So if you see that the thumbnail looked a little bit different, or it looked like bright and fun, it's because your girl found out how to do it. Either she full out like abused her boyfriend to helping her do it, or she just figured it out on her own, but I'll leave you to thinking what actually happened. I really want to put in the shaders just at the end because I don't want it to like mess up with my game, you know, quality. There you can see I wanted to put in a cow, I guess like plant bush. I have the cow there to show like there's the cow to the right, and then I have a like a rooster on the upper hill to go up to the house to the right, so it shows that like there's gonna be roosters over there. And then I have you'll see it eventually, but I put like a little bunny bush too because there's like a bunny trunk there, so I thought it'd be kind of cute if I did that. So it kind of shows that like, oh, if you go over here you'll see this animal, and if you go over there you'll see that one. Like I don't know how like fun or creative that is, but when I was like, oh, that's kind of cute, I didn't really do it intentional, and then I kind of just figured, I'm like, well, I think it would be kind of fun, kind of just like you're at like a zoo or like a petting zoo. I really want to go back to zoos. I really do miss feeding goats. I know that is super strange, but as I'm making this and I see this barn, I'm like, you know what? I miss feeding goats. You know, so I have like cows at my uncle's, and when I was younger, I used to have a cow, and his name was Blackie. Full black cow. I loved him to death, and I got to ride him. And you're like, what? Yeah, no, I got to ride a cow. His name was Blackie. I loved him so much. Obviously, I wasn't creative with the name. Like, you know, if you had like a white cow, you call it like Marshmallow or something. I I had a cow. I named him Blackie. I used to ride him all the time. And then, you know, one time I came back and he was gone. And, you know, my uncle and my dad told me something, and now I'm kind of upset. So it is what it is, but I'm sure Blackie is in a better place. But he's kind of just chilling around. When I was younger, and I used to I used to annoy him, but he was the only cow that allowed me to go near him, and he actually let me ride him, so that was kind of fun. Probably one of the best childhood memories ever. So thank you, Blackie, for your service. You will never be missed. I miss you so much. Yeah, so here, as you can see, that this is where we are having all of like the farming kind of going on, so your Sims can plant like their I guess you could plant like tomatoes or your pumpkins or whatever, like melons, whatever your Sim or heart desires. I wanted to make sure that there was a spot for it, because I was like looking at it, there was so much going on, and I was like, where on earth am I gonna put somewhere where your Sims can actually do farming? And then I decided, okay, well, that's the only spot that I got, so I made the most of it, and I think it turned out actually really, really well. I really like it. I think it turned out fun and cute, and I feel like it's just kind of cozy, and I don't know, I really like it. And I also love this little part back here with all the chickens, so I made sure that there was like all fenced in, so you don't see your chicken like drowning in your little pond at the front there. I don't know if they would drown. Can chickens like float? Can they swim? I don't think so. No, because I think that eventually their like wings will start to like get heavy, and then they can't move anymore. I think I read something about that, but like, yeah, don't worry, your chickens won't die because your girl saved them because we fenced them in. So it's all good. But I wanted to put 2 because I thought that the space was like big enough, so I didn't want to just put the 1. So you can have just as many. I think you could probably fit a 3rd one there if you truly wanted to have 3 little areas full of chickens. I mean, is it a chicken? But you can see I put like a bunch of just junk and stuff in where all the trees are. Don't bother looking for anything fun in the back. I literally just put like thousands of trees and hope for the best. I kind of just figured there would be like a forest on there. I did want to put like maybe rocks and stuff and see like it was on like an actual hill, but it was just too much. I'm gonna be honest. Like, ever since I got this channel, this is definitely something that is out of my comfort zone. I've never really done anything like this. Usually my builds are quite normal, I guess, and I really actually can say thank you to this channel because it's really pushing me outside of my comfort zone, and I'm really stepping out of an area where I keep it like normal, and I'm really pushing my limits. So I never thought that I could possibly build something like this. Like, I'd say this year, for the past couple months, is the first time I've actually dived into actually trying to do like your terrain, you know? Like, I was too scared to touch the terrain stuff because I was just so nervous because I didn't know how to actually like use it. So I would, you know, applaud you to try and do something that is out of your comfort zone, because I can guarantee it, you will be able to make some crazy things if you just try, and just try for the first time. And obviously it's not going to be perfect. My first time was actually dog poop. I could not do it. I had to try and figure out what was going on, and after a while I really fell in love with it. So if you do try, please let me know. I would love to see what you come up with, because I love seeing people's work. I think it is so awesome to see people be creative. I love creative. I'm a creative person like myself when it comes, I do drawings and stuff, so I do like little realism portraits on the side, and it is just so fun to see what people come up with. I didn't have a lot of going back to the actual build. Sorry, I move all over the place. But going back to the actual build here, I didn't realize that I paused my recording while I was trying to figure out where to lay out everything. So you will see that I already have like the living room done there. I have 2 bedrooms done there. So there's like one main one and then there's one spare room. But it has like 2 single beds on either side. But you will see that in the very end when I have all of the screenshots and stuff. So you will see it at the end, but I apologize again that I did that. Again, this is not new for anyone that has like stayed here and has watched a lot of my videos. You know that usually I don't realize that I paused it and I miss a certain spot, like when I did the Home Alone video. Girl, I lost like an hour of footage, but technically it wasn't full my fault because my power decided to go out and it didn't want to like me anymore and it stopped. So it wasn't just me, okay, but I didn't realize that a lot of the parts stopped or this and that, so I do apologize, but you'll see it at the end here. This is going to be that spare house that I was talking about earlier. It just has 1 bedroom and it has a bathroom, just not connecting to the actual bedroom itself. It's not like an ensuite. It's just like a normal bathroom that you get from the hallway, I guess. So it's kind of small, kind of cute. I wanted to use the living bedroom stuff, so I think it turned out really, really cute. But I think we are getting towards the end of this build very soon. I'm gonna be doing like the bathroom, and then I have like a little storage area on the right side of this actual build, or sorry, on the left side. But if you like this video, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting. It helps me out so much, and I will see you all on my next one. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.